Good morning students, welcome to Vidyanagar online classes. Today we are going to discuss a new chapter, chapter number 6, square and square roots. As the name says, square. Till now what we have learned about square in geometry is that square is having all sides equal. But here the square which we are going to discuss is different from this square. Okay? Here we are going to discuss square in algebra, not in geometry. Okay? Here in algebra, square means to multiply with that same number. Suppose you want to get the square of 2. It is represented here at the top. Okay? This is the way to represent square. It is called square of 2. So what you have to do? Just multiply with this same number. That is equal to 4. So what is the square of 2? That is 4. Suppose you want to find the square of 9. What you will do? 9 and here square. So which is equal to 9 into 9, which is equal to 81. So this is the way to find the square of any number. Just multiply with that same number. Okay? Now, understand? Okay. Now we are moving towards a very important property of square, which is very important and which is very easy and helpful for us all. Okay? So, now we are going to discuss property of square. Property of square. Okay? But before moving, I will write the square of all the numbers from 1 to 10. Just look at it here. 1 square is equal to 1. 2 square is equal to 2 into 2, that is 4. 3 square is equal to 3 into 3, that is 9. 4 square is equal to 4 into 4, that is 16. 5 square is equal to 5 into 5, which is equal to 25. 6 square is equal to 6 into 6, that is 36. 7 square is equal to 7 into 7, which is 49. 8 square is equal to 8 into 8, which is 64. 9 square is equal to 9 into 9, which is equal to 81. And 10 square is equal to 10 into 10, which is equal to 100. So these are the squares of all the numbers from 1 to 10. So if I ask you, what is the unit digit of 24? What is the unit digit? Unit digit, you know, ones digit. So the unit digit of 24 is 4. Okay. Now if the question comes like this, you have to find the unit digit of the square of 24. You have to find the unit digit of the square of 24. Suppose the unit digit of square of 4 is 6. Unit digit of square of 4 is 6. In the same way, you have to find the unit digit of square of 24. Then what you will do? You will be thinking that you have to do the square of 24. Then only you can find it. No. With the help of this property, simply you can tell what will be the unit digit of the square of 24. Look here. What you have to do? You have to find the unit digit of the square of 24. So first of all, see what is the unit digit of 24? That is 4. Okay, and look at this table. The square of 4 is 16, which is having 6 at its unit digit. So the unit digit of the square of 24 will also have 6 at its unit digit. You can calculate it also. Suppose 24 into 24, which comes out to be 576. So what is its unit digit? 6. But with the help of this property, by just looking, you can simply tell that the unit digit of the square of 24 is 6. Suppose I ask you, what is the unit digit of the square of 15? Okay, so no need to do full calculation. Just look at the unit digit of 15, that is 5. Okay, so look at this table. The square of 5 is 25 having unit digit 5. So the square of 15 will also have the unit digit 5. Okay. So with the help of this property, you can tell any number, unit digit of any big number, square of any big number. Suppose you want to tell the unit digit of this number, square of this number 2, 3, 9, 6, 3. This is very big number. Now you have to tell the unit digit of the square of this number. So what you have to do? Just look at the unit digit of this number, that is 3, and the square of 3 is 9. Okay, so what will be the unit digit of the square of this number? That will also be 9. So with the help of this property, you can simply say the unit digit of the square of any number. Understand? Okay, now we are moving to a different topic, which is very easy if you listen carefully. It is the topic which we are going to cover now is perfect square. Perfect square. What is perfect square? Perfect square is any number which is the square of any number. Suppose 9. 9 is the square of which number? 3. So 9 is a perfect square. Understand? 9 is a perfect square. You can take any other number also. Suppose 16. So 16 is the square of which number? 4. So 16 is also a perfect square. Now if you take 17, is 17 a square of any number? No. So 17 is not a perfect square. Okay. So now you understand what is perfect square? Okay. Now you have to see whether number is perfect square or not. Okay. But there is very simple trick with the help of which you can easily tell whether the number is perfect square or not. Always remember, if the number is having at its unit digit 1, 4, 9, 6, 5 or 0. If the number is having these digits at its unit place, then only it will be a perfect square. Always remember that. Okay, but there is one exception, that is if there is 0. For that, these numbers you can simply say, if these numbers comes at the unit digit, you can say that it is perfect square. But for 0, you have to remember one small thing. If 0 comes in even times, then only it will be a perfect square. If 0 comes in odd time, then it will not be a perfect square. Suppose 100. So how many times 0 comes in 100? 2 times. That means 100 is a perfect square. Okay. Now suppose 1000. How many times 0 comes in 1000? 3 times. That is odd times. Then it will not be a perfect square. For 0, you have to just see whether 0 comes odd times or even times. And for any other number, 1, 4, 9, 6, 5, if they come at last at unit digit, then they will be a perfect square. Always remember that. Okay. The next property which we are going to discuss is that the sum of first n odd numbers is equal to n square. How? I will explain you. Suppose you have first two odd numbers. What are the first two odd numbers? 1 and 3. Then what is the sum of these first two odd numbers? You can simply tell with the help of this property. What is n here? There are two odd numbers only, so n is equal to 2. So according to this property, sum of first and odd numbers is equal to n square. So here n is 2. So what will be the sum of first two odd numbers? That will be equal to 2 square, which is equal to 4. Understand? Suppose you want to find the sum of first 5 odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay? So these are first 5 odd numbers. So what you have to do, simply you see how many odd numbers are here? 5. So n is equal to 5. So the sum of first 5 odd numbers will be 5 square, which is equal to 25. So understand? So in this way, if you are having sum of first n odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, like this, you are having sum of first n odd numbers, that will be equal to n square. Always remember this property. Okay? Simply you can tell by just seeing how many odd numbers are there. Okay? This is very important property. Always remember that sum of first and odd numbers is equal to n square. Okay. Now we are going to discuss very important concept that is numbers lying between square of numbers. Suppose you have two numbers, one is n and the other one is n plus 1, and you have to find how many numbers lie between the square of these two numbers. Okay, so what you have to do to find the numbers lying between the square of these two numbers, just multiply n by 2. Okay, suppose you have two numbers, one is 12 and other one is 13. Okay, and you have to find how many numbers lies between the square of these two numbers. So what you have to do, you just take one number as n, that is equal to 12, and the other one as n plus 1, which is equal to 13. So according to this formula, what you have to do, just multiply n by 2. So n is here, n is equal to 12. So 2 into 12, which is equal to 24. So how many numbers lies between the square of 12 and square of 13? That is 24. Very simple. Okay, understand? Yes, this is the way to find the numbers lying between the square of two numbers. Okay, now we are moving to do the exercise, that is exercise 6.1. What is the first question of the exercise? The first question is, what will be the unit digit of the square of the following numbers? Okay, first part is 81. So what you have to do for finding the unit digit of square of these numbers, first of all see what is the unit digit of 81, that is 1, and we know the square of 1 is equal to 1, and so the unit digit is here 1 only, so the unit digit of square of 81 will also be 1. Unit digit will also be 1. Okay, now another part, that is sixth part of this question. This number is given 26387. You have to find the unit digit of the square of this number. So what you have to do, first see the unit digit of this number, that is 7, and we know that square of 7 is equal to 49. So the unit digit of 49 is 9. So the unit digit of the square of this number will also be 9. Okay, so the unit digit will also be 9. Now next part, that is the 10th part of this question. So number is 55555. So what is the unit digit here? 5. So what you have to do, just square it. Okay, it will be equal to 25. So the unit digit of 5 is 5 square is 25. Okay, so the unit digit of the square of this number will also be 5. This is the simple way to do these questions. Okay, and the remaining parts you can do as your home assignments. Okay, any doubt you can ask me. Now we are moving towards our second question. What is the second question? The following numbers are obviously not perfect squares. The numbers they are given are not perfect squares. You have to give the reasons why they are not perfect squares. When I was explaining the topic of perfect squares, I have already told you that if at the unit place these numbers come, then only the number will be perfect square. Suppose at the unit digit, if at the unit digit 1 is there, 4 is there, 9 is there, 6 is there, or 5 is there, then only it will be a perfect square. And for 0, I have told if 0 comes at even times, then only it will be a perfect square. Okay, so look at this question, 1057. What is its unit digit? 7. Okay, but for being a perfect square, the number should end with a digit 1, 4, 9, 6, 5 or 0. So since 7 is its unit digit, so it is not perfect square. So since 7 is its unit digit. So why it is not a perfect square? Since 7 is its unit digit. Now another part, second part, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. What is its unit digit? 3. So for being a perfect square, what are the numbers, what are the digits which we need at unit place? 1, 4, 9, 6, 5 and 0. But 3 is not there for being a perfect square. So it is also not a perfect square. Why? Because 3 is at its unit place. Okay, understand why it is not perfect square? Because 3 is at its unit place. Now, fifth part. This is 64000. Now, I have told you, if at unit digit 0 is there, then you have to check whether 0 is at even times or odd times. How many times 0 is here? 3 times. So for being a perfect square, I have already told you in the beginning, 0 must be even times. So here 0 is 3 times, so it is not a perfect square since 0 comes odd times, so it is not a perfect square. Understand? So what was the first one? That why it is not perfect square? Because 7 is at its unit digit. 7 is its unit digit. And the second one, why it is not perfect square? Because 3 is at its unit place. And then why this one is not there? Because 0 comes odd times. But for being a perfect square, 0 should come even times. Okay, understand this question? Then the remaining parts you can do as your home assignment. Now we are moving to the third question of this exercise. What is the third question? The square of which of the following number will be odd number? So we have to check the square of these numbers are odd or not. So first part is 431. So what you have to do to check the square of this number is odd or not? First of all, see what is the unit digit of 431? That is 1. 1 is its unit digit. Now, if you do the square of 1, that will be equal to 1. Okay, so the unit digit of the square of 431 will also be 1. Since the unit digit of the square of 431 is 1, so it will be odd number. Understand? Simple. Second part, 2826. So what is the unit digit? 6. The square of 6 is equal to 36. Unit digit is 6. So the unit digit of square of this number will also be 6. Since the unit digit is 6, so it will not be odd number. Not odd number. Okay. Third part. 7779. So the unit digit here is 9. 9 square is 81. So unit digit is 1. So the unit digit of this number will also be 1. Since the unit digit of the square of this number is 1, so it will be odd number. Understand? Any problem? One part is remaining. You can do it as your homework. That is the fourth part. Okay? Now look at the fourth question of this exercise. What is the fourth question? Observe the following pattern and find the missing digits. We have to observe this pattern and we have to find the digits between here. Okay? So first one is 11 square, that is equal to 1, 2, 1. There is no 0 on either side of 2. Okay? Now observe this 1, 0, 1 square. Okay? Here is 1, 0 and so here is also on the both side of 2 also 1, 1, 0. 1, 0 here and 1, 0 here. Okay? Now observe this pattern. 1, 0, 0, 1 square means 2 0. So there must be 2 zeros on both sides of 0. So 2 zeros here, 2 zeros here. Now this one 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1 means 4 zeros. Okay? So what you will fill? So 4 zeros this side of 2 and 4 zeros on this side of 2. Okay? This is the pattern we are following. Now see here, how many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 zeros are there. So we have to fill on both sides of 2, 6 zeros. So first of all 1, okay, then 6 zeros. 6 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 2, then 6 zeros, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 1. Okay, so this is the pattern. Any problem? Just you have to see the pattern and you have to fill according to it. Okay. Now we are moving towards question number 5. What is question number 5? Observe the following pattern and supply the missing number. Like in the previous question also we were observing pattern and then fill the missing digits. In this also we have to observe the pattern, then we have to write the missing numbers. So here 11 square is equal to 121. Okay. Then 101 square is equal to 10201, 10, 20 and 1. Okay. Here 1 comes 2 times. So 10, 20. Okay. Then this one 10101 square. Here 1 comes 3 times. So 10, 20, 30. Then we reverse as like here 201. Okay. Then here 1010101. How many times 1 come? 4 times. So 10, 20, 30, 40. Then reverse the pattern. That is 30, 20, 1. Okay. Now the last one. What is there? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 40, 30, 21. Means how many 1 will be there? Since up to 50 and after 50 only we are reversing. So 5 1 will be there. 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 square. Any problem? 5 1 are there. So this is the way. Now we are moving to next question, that is question number 6. Using the given pattern, find the missing number. There is some pattern, you have to find that pattern and then find the missing number. See here, 1 square plus 2 square plus 2 square is equal to 3 square. What do you see here? And in this one, 2 square plus 3 square plus 6 square is equal to 7 square. From these two, we can find that 1 into 2 is equal to 2 is coming here, and then 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. In the second line, you also can see 2 into 3 is equal to 6, and then 6 plus 1 is coming here, so that is 7 square. In the third line, 3 square plus 4 square, that is 3 into 4 is equal to 12 square is coming here, and then 12 plus 1. So what will come here? 4 square plus 5 square. Simply we are seeing that the number which comes is the multiple of these two numbers. So 4 into 5 is equal to 20, that is 20 square, and plus 1, that is 21 square. Now the fifth line, 5 square plus dash plus 30 square. So 5 square into 6. That's why it will come only 30. Okay, now the last one, 6 square plus 7 square. As we are seeing, we are getting the multiply of these two numbers, that is 42 square. And here 42 plus 1, that is 43 square. Understand? This was the pattern. We have to find the pattern and we have to solve according to that pattern. Understand? Okay. Now we are moving to the 7th question. What is the 7th question? Without adding, find the sum. We have not to add. Without adding, we have to find the sum. I have told you one property, that was sum of first n odd numbers is equal to n square. So here, how many odd numbers are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So n is equal to 5. And the sum will be n square, that is, the sum is equal to n square is equal to 25. So without adding, we have found the sum of these numbers. Any problem? So this is the way to find the sum without adding. Okay? Remaining parts we can do as home assignment. Okay? Now we are moving towards the 8th question. What is the 8th question? Express 49 as the sum of 7 odd numbers. This is just the reverse of previous question. Here 49. So we know that 49 is equal to 7 square. So n is here, n is 7. So what are the first 7 odd numbers? Just write that. So 49 is equal to 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13. These are the first 7 odd numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in this way, we can express 49 as the sum of 7 odd numbers. Any problem? Okay. Then the second part you can do as home assignment. Now we are moving to the last question of this exercise. What is the last question? How many numbers lie between the square of following numbers? These numbers are given. You have to find how many numbers lie between the square of these numbers. I have already told you one formula, that is, in between the square of two numbers, that is n square and n plus 1 squares, numbers lying between them will be 2n. So you have to apply this formula and just do this question. So here n is equal to 12 and n plus 1 is equal to 13. So how many numbers will lie in between these? 12 square and 13 square, how many numbers will lie? That is equal to 2 into 12, which is equal to 24. Why we multiply 12 with 2? Because here n is 12. Understand? Similarly, this part, third part, here n is equal to 99 and n plus 1 is equal to 100. So according to formula, how many numbers lie between the squares of 99 and 100? That is equal to 2 into 99, because n is 99. So which will be equal to 198. 198. Any problem? Second part you can do as your home assignment. So you all have to do your home assignment and submit to me. Okay? So today what all topics we have covered? We have studied about how to find the square roots. Then we studied about the properties of squares. Then we studied about perfect squares. Then we studied about how to find the sum of first and odd numbers, and how to find how many numbers are lying between the square of numbers. Okay? These all topics we have covered today. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. We will meet in the next video soon. Thank you.